going to show you tonight a little bit of the collection in the Pit of Doom. There's a couple of rooms, really. There's two pits of doom. This is the main collection in the Pit of Doom. It's got a ton of posters on the back wall here. Got the place lit up like a Christmas tree because it's so dark. It's late evening when I'm filming this. So first and foremost is just to get the glare of the lights out of the way. There's an article from Metal Hammer magazine in '97 where I sort of won a tour jacket. I say sort of, it's a long story. Met Chuck and the first thing I could think to do is stick my thumbs up. How idiotic. Down here, signed Death Angel and meeting Mark. I think that was Wacken 2002. Annoyingly, it's one of those old school cameras that focuses on whatever's closest to the lens, so he put his fist out, so it's made the both of us a bit blurry. Yeah. This is digipacks on this wall. Just going to turn the stereo down a bit. This is like one section of digipacks that don't fit on the main back wall. Everything's A to Z. This is like overspill from R, S all the way along, and just stuff which I haven't been able to file away properly. Stickers on the back, postcards. There's a mirror on the wall there. That's a small door going into a little cupboard. Inside that cupboard, I'll have to do another video another day. There's about 150 tour shirts in a couple of plastic chests behind that door, and a chest of drawers full of metal stuff as well. Down here in this corner is some pretty old selection of DVDs. This is just where I sit to listen to music and read books. Got a little spinny tower. Everything on that. My mind works strangely. It's everything that's I've only got 2 albums of. So from A to Z, I've only got 2 albums of Alice Cooper. Aggressive Vector. You get the point. Some reason or another, I thought they were taking up far too much room in the main collection, so I've just done them A to Z in this tower. Just various everything in there, really, all different genres. No one particular genre. And then on top of that is stuff that don't fit in in the spinny tower. And then down here is a box, literally just of the Picture Spine CDs. So everything that Saxon, Judas Priest and Megadeth did with Picture Spines. And then the full collection of Saxon below that, and Judas Priest. So just in that section alone, that's everything Judas Priest and everything Saxon, and then Megadeth. Obviously they haven't got so many. There's some of the original Megadeths above the picture spines. I had to keep those, and this is just filled with DVDs. Those Digibox DVDs, they've got like bonus CDs and stuff, and stickers from every time I do mail order and they send something, there's always a sticker, so that just gets stuck on there or on the back door of the cupboard. Just goes all the way down and behind as well. I've had so many stereos through the years, but I wanted to really sort of like cut down, go really basic on the stereo. So this is just like a mini system. It's quite powerful. It does what it needs to do. I can really blast it out. And then on this tower here is literally just Overkill. Everything by Overkill. Well, album wise, a few lives, and everything by Rage. I love both bands. I mean, they're probably two of the most prolific bands in metal, in my opinion. There's just some old VHS cassettes, which long redundant. I've not had a VHS player in nearly 30 years. I tell a lie, I've got one up the loft actually. It was functional, but yeah, suffice to say I don't play VHS cassettes. And in this corner is I don't know really, just a couple of old calendars hanging up for some reason I never got rid of, and a belt buckle. Oh, and that is a full face mask of Vic Rattlehead. And then this is quite relatively new. I'm going to pin it to the wall here, but it's the bolt for a limited edition artwork from Honor Valor Pride. It's balanced on there really. That's just going to fix that to the wall. And then over this side, it's just the bed takes up most of the room really. And just right from the far corner. These shelves never used to be there. It just used to be like these main wooden boxes of shelves, CDs. But everything's A to Z. So you've got in the corner there, beginning A all the way through. It works all the way through to Z as it goes around, and back up to where we began. But going back to the corner again, I'll just manoeuvre around the bed. Yeah, show you a little bit in there. Laptop, which is mostly redundant, but does occasionally get used for some YouTube videos. So as you can see, I'm going to pan too quickly, but everything digipack. So I wanted to take the digipacks out of the main collection, just because they're all shapes and sizes, you know, and they don't fit in the cube storage facility that I've had for donkey's years. So I decided to take everything out and just do these individual shelves to fill up this corner space. This is, I can't remember the artist, Frederick Casper, I can't remember what his name is, but this is one of those pieces of art that's just so eerie and metal. And there's been a ton of metal bands, death metal, all different genres of bands that have used that art as their album cover. And down here, a few posters. Most of my posters originally from the late 80s, early 90s are long gone. This room, it used to be my daughter's room, and she's 21, so that's not been her room for many years. She doesn't even live in the UK, so but yeah, so this is the main collection. I'll take you across the top shelf. Just some box sets and limited editions. So I've got not much room to manoeuvre here. And these are some postcards and back patches that I haven't used. These are original back patches from the 90s, which are, when I bought them, were dead stock. There's the band Altar, great album, Youth Against Christ. I should just step round the bed here. And that far corner there, Left to Die, that was just a piece of merch bought from the first time they came to the UK. Matt Harvey and others from Death originally. There's a little novel item. It's one of those finger puppet things that Anthrax based their Not Man character on. It's pretty cool. Love this Halloween box set. And I'll always buy box sets or special editions of albums that I like, even if I've already got them, like a limited edition or special edition. It's got all the bonus stuff, so I'll buy those. Something that was kindly sent to me by the ex-partner of one of the guys from Gomorrah. Sadly no longer with us. He died. First ever piece of thrash vinyl that I bought. What was that, 86, 87? I kept hold of that one because you know, sometimes you just have a connection to something that is so deep that you can't get rid of. I mean, as you can tell, I only buy CDs these days. I gave up on vinyl, sold my vinyl around about 94, 95, but I'd been buying it up until 93, and yeah, decided to go CD only. That's just a chair that I sit on to do my videos. Folds out, and back to the main collection. So everything's A to Z. So first cube here is Annihilator, and Anthrax and Armored Saint, Angra, Adrenocide, Amorphis. You get the idea. I'm not going to read out every band, but yeah. So that first cube goes up to B, and then there's stuff filling up the gaps in the middle because there's nowhere to put it. All across the bottom, the digipacks continuing from G. This goes all the way up to I in corner, and K. Creator begins there. And then this second cube is B to D. Ton of stuff in there. These are great box sets. These Iron Maiden, these were HMV only special editions. So basically you could buy these, what was it, probably around about 95ish, I think. And you could buy them all individually, or the box set with all the albums in were just $49.95, which I think if you look on Discogs these days, The Story So Far Part 1 and Part 2 and go for a couple of £100, £200 or £300, but yeah, they were only $49.95 in 1995 when I bought those. More box sets going across the top, and just some posters to fill up the space. That's a great, it's a bootleg Slayer clock, but it looks good, it does the trick. Going down to the third cube, this is everything D to G in that one, and with the digipacks starting from K all the way across to L. A great Avulse poster down there. That one was it was part of a pack, so you got like a badge, a membership card, a pick, the CD, loads of good stuff. One of my first years at Bloodstock has a VIP, or in the VIP section. I just slummed it before that. What year was that? I'm not entirely sure. I forget. So the 1, 2, 3, 4th cube is G all the way down to L. Not going to read everything out, but stuff filling up the middle section there. One of the Megadeth box sets that came with the VR goggles. What's this one here? Dust. Mortification, the Intense Years 30th anniversary box set. That's got that's not even opened as far as I can remember, because I've had everything previously. But he's back in now. That's stuck, I can stay out for now. Pink Floyd, love Pink Floyd. And Cannibal Corpse, Torture, and the Monomath, Search Horizon. I remember when I first got this Gamma Ray power plant in, what was it, 1999. Got it from a mail order company called Alice's Records, back when, you know, you could only really do mail order. And this arrived, and I thought, what the fuck is that? You know, obviously like similar to like one of the long boxes of the early 90s. But yeah, I was a bit pissed off that they sent me that in the first instance. I just wanted a normal size, either digipack or CD. So yeah. So how many cubes did we go through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, L to N. 6 is N. And beginning of S. Again, all the digipacks just continuing along all the way up until R. I think the digipacks end at R, yeah. Another Bloodstock VIP. More box sets. I do believe I've never actually played everything in that ice stuff, and I've not used that Sabbath box set at all, because I've got all the individual items in it anyway, and all of the special stuff that comes with it. Dragon Force box set, it's got a t-shirt in there. This one was interesting, this John Connolly Theory, because I thought I was ordering like a second-hand copy of the album, because I'd never ever heard his solo stuff outside of Nuclear Assault. And then what I actually got through the post was a long box, but annoyingly, when the postman put it into the letterbox, he kind of bent it in half. I managed to get the kink of the bend out of it, but yeah, so that was quite interesting. I've not got his other solo, but it's just a random, on its own testament digipack that doesn't really fit anywhere there. Down here, there's a little clue as to how fucking short-sighted I am. Got a magnifying glass, back scratcher. Goodness, beer towel. These are just stuff that's presently being still listened to that I haven't filed away. And then I guess these CDs go up to T, and then there's like an overflow tower from T all the way down. Tad Morose, love Tad Morose. The stuff of still missing a few bits and pieces to complete those, and then back to where we began, Running Wild, just R all the way through S. This is a signed Solstice postcard that I haven't managed to frame or put up anywhere, just a random bit of typo negative art. Again, like that picture on the wall at the back there, there's that similar kind of artwork been used. Yeah. So yes, that's the main pit of doom where everything goes on. I mean, I can listen to music, you know, in here, or I can listen to music in the living room. Basically, if I sit in this chair, that's the view that I get. And yeah, so I'll probably do another part, a part 2, and show you around the living room. There's like tons of good stuff in there as well. DVDs, and I keep CDs in there outside of the main collection, which are live albums, compilation albums, best of albums, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, pretty short, but I hope you enjoyed that, and catch you in the next video.